the latest drop from Shoe on Head. I love Shoe on Head videos a lot. All right, let's go.
Hello again, friends. Sorry I've been gone for
The video is called The Male Loser Epidemic. Uh-oh.
quite a bit. Hopefully nothing too crazy happened. I feel like every time I take a break, like, a war breaks out or something. But thankfully that did not happen. But at least we found out the real Epstein files were the friends we made along the way. Welcome back to the Shoe on Head channel. If it is your first—
I agree with her on that, by the way. That shit's bullshit. I want to see it regardless of who's on it.
First time here, run. I am Shoe on Head, and on this channel I like to cover cultural issues, mostly surrounding men's issues.
Hey guys, Chef John here from foodwishes.com with pulled pork.
It's what I've been doing for over a decade, and frankly, I'm exhausted. Many of you have been along for the ride, and you have seen me go from a chipper, lively 24-year-old making fun of BuzzFeed and Tumblr feminists, to a bitter, calloused 34-year-old talking about very real and growing men's issues. One of the main men's issues I have been covering in great detail lately has been the male loneliness epidemic. Yeah, but turns out I was wrong. We don't have a male loneliness epidemic. We have a male loser epidemic. It's not a male loneliness epidemic. No, it's a male mediocrity epidemic. It's a male loser epidemic.
The male loser epidemic has gotten so bad that it's honestly so pathetic at this point.
Now, I don't always talk about men's issues. No, sometimes I talk about politics, and sometimes I mix the two together. Now, I know a lot of you don't like politics, you don't care about politics, but politics cares about you, and it will enter your life no matter how hard you try to avoid it. But thankfully, I have the perfect app to help you navigate this difficult, confusing political landscape. So let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Ground News.
So, Grim in chat said the female hoe epidemic is real.
Before we get into this video.
Well, I mean, like, let's be fair here. If she can say that, there's a male loser epidemic. Like, couldn't you say that there's a female hoe epidemic? Like, got him, right? Like, I mean, like, well, I don't get, it's the same. If you're gonna say that that's okay to say stuff like that, then what's wrong about saying the other thing?
Shall we? Ground News is a website and an app that gives readers a fun and transparent way to read the news from all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of the political bias, ownership, and headlines that helps you understand the full story and make sure you're getting both sides. One of my favorite features from Ground News has to be the blind spot feature, which shows you news stories that have been covered by only one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here is a story about how the CIA uncovered a Russiagate fraud, and right away—
You want to know something that I think is kind of bullshit, like, to be honest, is like, I'm just being real here. I think it's bullshit to have, like, so you're telling me, guys, you're telling me that I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
We can see how it has been
I changed my mind.
Covered by 41 sources, and out of those 41 sources, 93% of them lean right, with only 2 left-wing outlets reporting the story. Ground News also makes it really easy to compare headlines to see just how political bias can affect the framing of a story. For example, this story about Zohran Mamdani winning the Democratic primary in New York. This left-leaning outlet says Zohran Mamdani's win just got a little sweeter. And meanwhile, the right-wing outlet says, meet Zohran Mamdani, the man who will ruin New York. As you can see, very different vibes.
Yep.
I have been using Ground News since 2021 because I think it is so informative.
No, I'm trying to formulate, like, how to say it. Like, it feels to me that expectations-wise, it's like a lot of, like, girls and, like, especially, like, a lot of, like, you know, the modern women's, like, they have, like, a lot of them have some crazy expectations from guys, like, really crazy ones. It's like, oh, you know, like, go make 6 figures, like, that's fucking easy or something, you know. it's like it's really hard to like actually like, you know, the amount of like effort that you have to put in, and like the stats that you also require is like it's really high. Like in order to actually like run a business to a level to like make that much money, or to hustle your way through a job to actually like make that amount of money, it's like it's a lot. And that's like the expectation that like I think a lot of people have nowadays, where it's like, oh yeah, you know, you better be like this tall, and you better make like $100,000, or like get the fuck out. Like I feel like that's kind of a lot of the sentiment, at least like in you know, again, that's not like everybody. Like obviously there's a lot of people that aren't like that, in the same way that, you know, there aren't a lot of guys that are like, you know, yeah, I don't give a shit about hoes, you know, I just like fuck that hoe, then like next hoe. Like there's guys that aren't like that either, right? And it's you know, again, this is just like the kind of visual perception of things on the internet, right? Where there's a lot of like these kind of like certain type of girl basically that does that, right? And again, like there's the same thing on the guy side as well. Like I'm not making like a statement of it like only being like a girl thing or a guy thing, right? But anyway, I don't think they like understand, like, first off, you can't do anything about like your height, obviously. And then the thing in terms of like work is dude, it's like it's really not like the level of effort, especially like doing that level of effort without like any support, is like fucking rough, man. Well, like, and you know, like I'm a business owner myself, so like I fucking know, man. Like it's rough. It's a lot of work. And I think they kind of, it's like they want that, but they also want like maximum attention, and also like no, they don't want to help at all. Like even like the bare minimum of support. Like they also like, I don't know, man. Like it just seems retarded to me. And the thing is, the opposite side of that is like, listen, I'm gonna work my ass off, and I'm gonna like, you know, like own a business and work really hard, make $100,000 a year, and I just want you to like not be a hoe. That's it. Like, just don't be a hoe, please. And it's like some of them can't even do that, and then they want to complain. It's
right there on
unreal.
screen, or the link in the video description down there.
It's like you had one job
to subscribe to Ground News today. I feel like what they're doing is really important, especially right now, and it helps us approach the news in a more fair and balanced way. So thank you to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you.
It's like, guys, I'm working overtime, you know, like, oh, dude, I had to like, I'm working overtime. I had to like travel like 6 hours, like to the business meeting, like to have this business meeting with this guy. He was a fucking asshole. And then like I had to do that, and like I was like dead tired, but like I knew I had a meeting at like 6 a.m. I had to like get up and like I had to do that, and then I had to like negotiate. It was like really stressful. I had to like renegotiate my rates with a client, and like all of that shit. And it's like, please, just don't be a hoe. It's like, it's too hard.
The viewer for not skipping the ad.
I think it's like so ridiculous.
Right? Now, let's get back to the video. With all these issues men are facing, they seem to be moving.
And listen, this is to all the girls. This is to all the girls that are gonna talk shit. This is to all the girls that are gonna talk shit about me. All right, I'm talking to you. Before you call me a pick me, I don't want to fuck anyone in chat. I'm not you. I just want to play video games. Get the fuck out of here.
To the right and the Republicans more, since the left and Democrats have essentially just become the young men eat and die movement. Months ago, I covered how the Democratic Party was losing young men, and I predicted Kamala Harris would lose in part because of young men overwhelmingly voting for Trump. And I was correct. Well, now the Democrats have unveiled their final solution to the right-wing male loser epidemic. Democrats spending millions to learn how to speak to American men and win back the working class. Democrats have blown millions of dollars on efforts to appeal to American men who turned to President Donald Trump in droves on Election Day in hopes of winning back the working class. Democrats have spent
Guys, I'll just give you a tutorial. All right, hold on real quick. All right, let me get dressed for it real quick. I'll just give you a little tutorial. This is so easy. All right, you go like this. This is so fucking easy, bro. Like, Democrats, I'm gonna hook you up. All right, there. Boom, boom. There. Okay. All right. I'm going to support you no matter what. You do your best to achieve your dreams, and like the money will come along the way, and it's okay. I'll be there. I got your back. I got your back, homie. I got your back, and like I'm always gonna like be your main support. I'm gonna like watch your back, and every time like you come home and like you feel like the entire world is against you, I'll be there. I'll be there to say everything's gonna be okay, and you can lay down your head on my lap, and then we can like have dinner together, and then we can watch whatever anime you want. It's gonna be okay. We'll get through this together. That's it. I literally just told you how to. That's the entire fucking plan, guys. I guarantee you that works on like 95% of dudes. Okay, like what the fuck, bro? This is not rocket science. This is so easy.
Million on their efforts, with donors and strategists holing up in luxury hotel rooms, brainstorming how to convince working class men to return to the party. Ah yes, nothing more relatable to working class men than luxury hotel rooms. Great job, guys. The plan? Codename SAM, or Speaking with American Men, a strategic plan, promises to use the funds to study the syntax, language, and content that gains attention and virality in these spaces. The effort also recommends Democrats buy advertisement in video games, among other things. The Democratic Party is treating young men like exotic animals.
Thanks for the bits, dude. Thanks for
Animals they're studying. Now, as you can see here is the young man in his natural habitat, in a dark, messy cave surrounded by Taco Bell wrappers and empty mountain
Wait! Why does he have a fucking bag of potting mix? Why is there a bag of Miracle Grow potting mix? Wait, he's like disgusted at the water? Wait, that's Fiji water. That's good shit.
bottles. Here is another young man, as you can see, also dwelling in a dark cave. This one has dyed his hair blue to scare off potential predators. Unfortunately, it also scares off potential mates, but moving on, here is another young man, we think. We're not quite sure about this one. We're still studying it. Listen, Democrats.
The potting mix is for the dead bodies.
Instead of spending $20 million
my
to do
God,
that
dude.
stupid, maybe you should, I don't know, actually listen to men. I listen to men for free all the time. All I have to do is read my comment section. Let's see here. Shoe on Head is a perfect example of why we need to repeal the 19th. Greetings from Albania. I hate women so much it's unreal. Ooh, shoo, mommy, milkies, mommy. One time I got my penis stuck in a soda bottle. Okay, on second thought, maybe my comment section is not the best source.
Since Trump scored big with young male voters last election, Democrats are spending $20 million to learn how to speak their language. I think it's a waste of money. Maybe these guys should spend their money on teaching men to not be such sexists. Maybe that's it.
But the stats don't bear that out now that look at what young.
Oh my God, because the men are so sexist. Like, meanwhile, like, Trump is like, okay, guys, listen, the economy is fucked, and it's because of the Democrats. They fucked up the economy, and that's why you're having a hard time finding work. It's because of all the illegals taking your jobs. And that's why I'm gonna make America great again so that you make your $100,000 a year job. And that's why everyone voted for him. It's like, it's that easy. It's that easy. He was like, listen, the reason why you have trouble with this is because the system is fucked up and these people are taking your money. It's not rocket science.
Young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men. There are a lot of young women out there that want to get married. They want to have kids. They want to have stable families. But there are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash.
Oh no. The very night I was sitting.
You know what though? I'm gonna be real. Like, on that, it's probably not wrong. It's probably not wrong, but I don't think it's for the reason they think it is. Like, I think, like, there's a lot of people, and, like, I mean, maybe, like, some people can, like, Actually, don't confirm or deny this, please. Don't. But there's probably a lot of people that are like, listen, man, like the economy is so fucked. Like girls only want a dude that has like $100,000 like job and like is like this height and like, you know, all of these things that like all of the influencers are saying. And that's the only way that like I'll ever like have that. So you know what? What if I just uninstall the game? Like fuck it. Like what if I just, you know, I could be doing that for like some, you know, and the thing is you see a lot of like these girls and like they're not even, and how many stories have you heard of like, you know, guy working his ass off, like dude in the military goes overseas, like serves the country, comes back and like his girl's cheating on him and stuff. And you like hear so much of this and then they just justify it nowadays. Like I saw an article the other day that was like, I cheated on my husband and he didn't even know I was cheating on him. That's how I knew that our marriage was not going to work. Like, bro, what? What? He's like, that's why our marriage did not work because he didn't know I was cheating. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I literally saw this like the other day, like an article on it, and it's kind of like I feel like a lot of guys are like, so like the economy's fucked. It's gonna be like infinitely hard for me to get like 100, you know, a six figure job, a six-figure job, and it's gonna be like really hard. And like, you know, in the end, like, you know, based on like what I see, like there's a percentage chance that like that my girl's just gonna cheat on me. So you know what? Like, fuck it. You know what doesn't cheat on me? Fucking my horse girls. My horse girls, they do what I tell them to do. They run like, you know, they run their hardest for me. And in the end, like she's like so grateful that like I helped her like achieve her dreams. And like I could do that all the fucking time. And then after that, I can play Helldivers with my homies. That sounds like a great time, you know, like, you know, because I don't really need, you know, if it's just me, you know, living like, you know, like in an apartment or like with like with my family, like, do I really need $100,000? I could do that off of like 20K. You know, like 20K, I just, you know, I'll just eat McDonald's or something, fucking dollar menu. I'll just like, you know, just chill. And then like, you know, I just play games whenever I want. Like whatever, right? And like, I feel like a lot of guys are like that, basically. They're just like, fuck it. Like, you know what? Game sucks. Game sucks, not playing it.
On my couch, writing the script to my...
Thanks for the bits, Stroll. Thank you. My anime waifus never hurt me, and my video games don't stress me out. And the thing is like, again, like, I'm not saying... thank you so much, Joel. I'm not saying it's like a good thing. Like obviously, like I'm not saying that like that's like an ideal state for like an individual, because like, you know, like I feel like, you know, family is like really important, and then like you're really gonna like miss out on like having like a family and like and stuff. If that's kind of what you want, right? But I can understand why people reach that understanding. They're like, you know, there's no chance anyway, so fuck it. Like, why even care? It makes perfect logical sense to me.
Video about how the Democrats are spending $20 million to relate...
Yeah, like you could go fishing, dude. Bass like fish or bass like you both. You could play the bass guitar whenever you want. You can go fishing whenever you want. You don't have to worry about like freaking. You don't have to worry about it. Like
to young men. This came on my TV on Fox News. A Tommy Lahren and Laura Ingraham segment about stay-at-home sons, men who still live at home. Literally minutes after this aired, it went absolutely viral on Twitter for not good reasons. So we are going to unpack this piece by piece. Because even though everyone was mocking it and making fun of it, as far as I saw, nobody was really dissecting it and breaking down exactly why she was so egregiously wrong. So come join me in debunking the male loser epidemic. Because who else better equipped to talk about men's issues than two stupid blonde bimbos? Hold on one second. Three stupid blonde bimbos.
Nice.
Sorry. I felt left out. All right, let's go. Wait. I need my gamer fuel. See?
Thanks for the bits, Dragon King. Give me 5K a month and I'll have a Mega Break tournament and chat. Do we have a deal?
Do drink it. That one's for you, Tectone.
It's a major problem. And,
Speaker
Speaker Johnson has been talking about those maybe deadbeat folks that are on Medicaid, and maybe some of those folks are the stay-at-home sons. We don't know. But I'll tell you this, leave it to Gen Z to rebrand laziness and social awkwardness as something cutesy, like a stay-at-home son. But Laura, I got to tell you, this is also a big problem when it comes to, I think, declining birth rates, people not getting married and having children. That's a big problem. They blame it on women. Well, look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a
I don't blame women. I blame fucking the culture. Like, I blame the decline of culture, really. Like, the decline of just American culture in general. And, like, the values of, like, materialism. It honestly could be, like, rooted in, like, materialism is, like, the problem. Is, like, we have moved society away from duty and to duty to family and duty to society. We've like replaced that with materialism. Have as much shit as you want and feel good about it. Like you'll have all of the things. It's actually the opposite. You will own everything and be happy. You hear like you'll own nothing and be happy. It's literally you will own everything and you will be happy because you own everything. But yeah, that's the problem. Okay, thank you so much for the bits. We need to stop looking down on people who decide to live with their family. The cost of housing has doubled in the last 6 to 7 years. Belittling people who don't own a home is such a dog shit take, says Cade. Not only that, Cade, it's actually counterproductive, in my opinion. I think actually living with your family, like early, with the way that the game is, right? So, like, if you were to consider... So, I consider not owning a house to be, like, life tutorial. Like, you're still in the life tutorial, right? Because the reason why is you can't do anything until you own a house. Like, because you're literally throwing away money, like, every month, right? And I think that the best way to get out of the tutorial is if you are in that position where you do have a family, like your parents are like, hey, you just live with us, like, fuck it, right? Whatever, right? If you did that and you lived with them and you saved the money from that and then you bought a house later, that's way better than paying rent. So, like, by telling people, like, oh, yeah, you gotta move out, man. Like, you gotta be, like, responsible and move out. Like, you're actually fucking them over, I think, in my opinion. Like, it's better to just, I don't know, what if you want to call it taking the L. I mean, take the L early and then just be like, yeah, everyone's, you live with your dad. Yeah, I'm saving money. Who's gonna have a house in, like, 3 years? It's gonna be me. And then you save up all that money that you would have paid for rent. So, like, you imagine, like, you're paying rent, but then instead you store that money. And now you have a down payment, you buy a fucking house, and then now you're out of the tutorial. It's way easier. It's such a huge buff to, like, have parents that are, like, willing to, like, have you live with them as long as you're working. Huge buff. And then, like, you don't even have to pay for food either, because they'll probably pay for your food too. They'll probably be like, yeah, you want to eat with us? Like, fuck it. Like, sure, why not? Like, I'm gonna make, like, I'm gonna make some food, and, like, it costs the same. It costs almost the same to, like, make food for 3 people than it costs for 2. So, like, now you're, like, sharing that. You're sharing resources, like electrical bill, like the internet resources that's being shared too. Like, everything's being shared. It's such a huge buff. Why would you be like, oh, like, let me go live in, like, alone in, like, this apartment? Like, at least I'm an independent person now. Like, okay. Sure, bro. Like, yeah, you're independent. Nice apartment, bro. Nice studio apartment in the city. You're really fucking making it now. Like, barely scraping it, like, living paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, you're really fucking winning.
Feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men. There are a lot of young women out there that want to get married. They want to have kids. They want to have stable families. But there are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash. And that's
Rice has nepo baby buff. How's that nepo? I mean, it's like it's like a matter of fact that you would take care of your family, right? I'm confused. Like, I don't get that. Like, I feel like taking care of, like, your family is just like, that's just like a given. And, like, of course, like, that's really bad for people that don't have that. I do understand that there's people that, like, their family, like, doesn't give a shit about them, doesn't want to take care of them. Like, yeah, sure. Like, I get that. Like, I feel bad for you if that's, like, the case. Like, that's terrible. Obviously. Like, and, like, I hope you can find some friends or some mentors and, like, along the way that are gonna, like, help you with that. You're definitely playing on fucking hard mode if that's the case. But, like, why would you play on hard? Why would you put yourself on the hard mode track for no reason? That's what I don't get. It's like, you have the resources, like, let me just not use them. Right? Like, I don't understand that. Like, I just don't.
why we have declining birth rates and a lot of other problems in society. It's time to go out, get a job.
Leaf doesn't get that most white culture doesn't care about parents like Asian and Mexican families do. Yeah, you know, I don't know. That could be true. I might just not have an understanding of it. Like, I mean, I can't really speak as to that because I'm not. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like, I don't know if like how different it would be in like a you know a family of like a different ethnicity. It's like might be different, but like it's just I don't know. I don't. It just doesn't. Like, is that the case? Like, am I wrong? Neo-Marxist culture is anti-family. I see. Yeah, because I swear, like, didn't people, like, for instance, like, where I live, it's, like, pretty common for people to have, like, a second house on their property or, like, a, like, extended unit, like, on their house, like, for, like, other people, like, in their family. Like people have that around here, you know? It depends on the country. U.S. school system teaches children to hate their parents. European culture is family based. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's like some cultural thing that happened. Like, dude, all of this is like a culture issue. Like, honestly, like I really think so. I really think that something happened in the culture to just make it like to think about everything that happened. Like, take away like the cohesiveness of the family. Like, you know, don't care about your parents. Like, you know, just take away the cohesiveness of the family, like family units, like social degeneracy. Like, it's like everything, like duty, like who cares about that? Like, just make money. Like, it's so weird, right? Like, oh, like if you join like the military, you're a fucking dumbass, right? Like, that's what they say nowadays. You're like a cop? What a fucking dumbass. What a freaking pig, right? It's so weird. Like, I don't know, man. Like, something happened. Like, the culture was like inverted.
Job, breathe the fresh air, meet people in real life. Let's just get back to basics.
So first of all, this stay-at-home son thing is not a real thing. It was a random throwaway, self-deprecating joke some contestant on Jeopardy said. One f***ing guy. Because I guess there's nothing else important going on that they could cover on the news. They literally made this into a fake phenomena so they can on young men. Meanwhile, Democrats are spending millions of dollars trying to win back young men. Oh no, the young men are leaving us in droves. How do we get them back? Don't worry, I got this.
Did she buy a fake nose ring for this bit?
Hey, you fat, lazy, Cheeto dust-covered slobs. F*** you. Nice. Thanks. I love you. I love you too. I
kind of agree with Shu here in that like it's extreme on both sides. Like I really do. I think both is bad.
Is the amount of young men living home with their parents increasing? Yes. Is it because they're lazy bums and just want to order DoorDash all day? No. And also, they're not paying for DoorDash, Tommy. They're financing it. Come on. Get with the times.
There are a lot of young men out there who
DoorDash is so fucking expensive.
Want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash. And that's why we have declining birth rates. It's time to go out, get a job, breathe the fresh.
I only order DoorDash if the time is worth it for me. Like, as in, like, if I need, like, in that specific day, I need an hour of time. I have something due or something, and, like, spending $20 to buy an extra hour is worth it. It's the only time I ever buy DoorDash.
Have either of you tried applying for a job as a young man recently? Or tried buying a house on the salary of one of these young men? Have you experienced the dating market, been on the
I always have a coupon, Julio.
dating sites as a young man?
In fact, I have like a, like if you guys didn't notice, if you get like certain credit cards, you can get like free DoorDash. Like they call it free, but it's actually not free. It's just like, we're gonna remove the fee for delivery, but it's just like $2. And it's like, you still have to pay like tip and like gas fees and stuff like that, which is like, the fuck are you talking about fees then? You know? Like,
no? Interesting, okay. Just wondering. Listen, I know the average age of a Fox News viewer is like 70 nowadays and you need to pander to them.
You wanna know something sad, guys? I kind of get excited every time they fuck up my order on DoorDash because I know that them fucking up my order means I can take a picture of it, show that it's fucked up, and then send them an email and be like, hey, like, you guys got my order wrong, and that means I get $5 free. It's peak.
But Tommy, you were like 2 years younger than me. You know this shit isn't
Every time I'm like, please fuck something up, please.
true. Why are you talking like this? Why are you talking like a fucking boomer? I'm sorry, I have no other word for this, but I hate this like generational pick-me shit. I was born in the wrong generation. I'm not like those other young people. And you know what? She's not like those other young people. Not all young people, I'm not word for them. But Tommy, you were like 2 years younger than me. You know this shit isn't true. Why are you talking like this? Why are you talking like a fucking boomer? I'm sorry, I have no other word for this, but I hate this like generational pick-me shit. I was born in the wrong generation. I'm not like those other young people. And you know what? She's not like those other young people. Not all young people can afford a nice nose job and lip filler and get a cushy job on Fox News based entirely on merit, I'm sure. The main problem with this brain-dead, boomer-ass take is not only is it cringe, but it's completely divorced from reality. This slop is specifically designed for—
They should be like Hassan and, like, you know, just have no nepotism. That'd be really cool, yeah.
people who paid like $5 for a fucking house. And listen, not all boomers, okay? My parents are boomers, they are lovely people. A lot of you guys are boomers. But when the baby boomer generation sends its people, it is not sending their best. They are not sending you. They're sending people who have lots of problems. They're bringing the housing crisis. They're bringing wage stagnation. They're falling for AI-generated photos on Facebook. But some, I assume, are good people. But my god, I truly believe they do not understand how good they had it. They could support a family on a single income. A single income from a job that didn't require a college degree. Their leaders didn't prostitute away their economic future for some cheap plastic shit from China. They inherited the greatest economy known to man, and they pretend it's a paradise that they earned. I just don't understand, like, why don't boomers and spiritual boomers like Tommy Lauren see people struggling and go, wow, I wish I could fix this. They should have it better than I had it. And you wonder why so many millennials and zoomers—
So here's the thing, though, like, to be honest, they're both kind of true. They're actually both true to some extent. I think there is, like, a cultural shift that kind of has a lot of removing responsibility, like, from, like, in, like, basically, like, the whole idea of, like, I'm gonna pull myself up by the bootstraps and, you know, like, move on in this, like, tough world. It's kind of true that that's the only thing that you can do, if you want to press forward. Like that's the sad truth, is, like, what choice do you have but to, like, actually, like, just work really hard, or, like, you know, deal with it. Like, I mean, that's just life, right? Like, you have to deal with, like, whatever life throws at you, it throws at you, and you have to deal with it, right? That's not to say that, like, it's fair and that you can't be like, yo, this is fucked, right? Like, you can say that still. Like you both can be true at the same time, that, like, that culture has created a situation in which people are less likely to, like, have the mental resilience to actually, like, push through, like, a difficult time. And it could also be true that society has fucked us, like, economically, right? Yeah. So I think, like, I think it's a bit of both, a bit of mental resilience, and also a bit of, like, just the game being this patch being fucking awful. Same. They're both the same. They're both true simultaneously.
just don't want kids. I want to make the world a better place for my children. I want to make the world a better place for my children. Ugh.
Ooh, 1984. Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, you spoiled brat. Children. Not happening.
Well, look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men.
Young men are becoming—
Wait, but the feminists did that. Wait. But the feminists did that, didn't they? Oh, I can't make this up, bro. This is so funny. This is so peak. I can't believe this chat. I can't.
Becoming lazy because they're becoming feminized. So they're becoming lazy because they act more like women?
Chef's kiss.
What did she mean by this, chat? I know there's like a decrease in testosterone or something happening, but men are
Yeah, because they're making the frogs gay.
moving right-wing all over the world. Does that correlate with the feminization? Or, I mean, there are suspiciously a lot of far-right femboys, so...
Using an Astolfo outfit. I can't even process this picture. This picture, I can't even. Bro.
Maybe. But here's the thing, Tammy. There is absolutely no evidence that young women want to start families more than young...
Bro. MK Ashes asks, like, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. Funny enough, Alex Jones was right about the gay frogs. Yeah. They're making the frogs gay.
Men.
The government.
None. In fact, all the data says the exact f***ing opposite. According to Pew Research, 64% of women younger than 50 say they just don't want to have children. No reason, they just don't want them. Verse 50.
That's again what I said earlier about the decline of duty and the rise of materialism. Right? Like the duty to like raise the next generation. It's like fuck that. Like fuck that. Own everything.
Percent of men who say the same.
Fuck that. I want a bag. it's like I could raise a child and like have like, you know, be a part of like creating the next generation, or I could buy a bag.
Another study by Archbridge Institute shows the same. 63% of women without children said they have no desire to have a child, while only 50% of men said the same. For men, the most commonly cited factor was personal finance, but among women, the strongest reason not to have a child
Picture in the background
was their desire to maintain their personal independence.
Yeah, personal independence and like money. Yeah,
basically,
again, it's a lack of duty. Like you just don't care about like duty.
They
anymore.
don't want to give up their brunch and mimosas. They've been ass blasted with propaganda.
Wait, what? You don't have to give up your brunch and mimosas. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Like you have a kid and then we go out with the girls like at the daytime after you drop the kids off at school, and then you go have brunch and mimosas. What are you talking about?
Their whole lives telling them their lives will be ruined, their bodies will be ruined, they'll never have fun again, they'll be miserable forever if they have children. And as someone who has had a children, best decision I've ever made. 10/10, highly recommend, would do it again. But yes, this idea that...
You want to know a pro tip, by the way? Like honestly, like I've seen this happen. This happens a lot, like kind of in my area. Probably not so much in like the cities, but this happens a lot in my area for like women that want to like, you know, they want to be like you want to be a girl boss and stuff. Like there's actually like a cool strat you can do. And what happens is a lot of the times, like women here, they're like housewives, right? Like they'll have like their husband who like, you know, owns a business or whatever, and they'll be like a housewife, but they're not really just a housewife. Like they'll do like the housewife stuff, but then they have a fucking side hustle. Like they sell like some shit, like, you know, they sell like fucking, you know, shit on Etsy, or like they like do some gardening type of stuff. They do like something to like that creates like financial value. You know, I'm not saying like just plain static like housewife, like default class has no value. It has a lot of value, a lot of support value, but like you can also have a side hustle, and like usually like husbands are pretty cool with that. Like from what I've seen, like you know, just like judging by like the people in my area, like I know that one in my area, she does like a house cleaning business, and she does that like just as like a side hustle. Like she's just like, you know, I want to like own a business, or want something to do. So like she'll like hire some people, and she'll like do like a side clean, like a house cleaning business and stuff on the side. And you could like do all sorts of shit. Like I saw another woman, like not here, but like in another place, like when I was like going house shopping, there was another woman that like sold like jewelry, and she like made her own jewelry and stuff. Yeah, that's like something that you could, that people can do too. And the other says a housewife's house sells just spending change. Well, I mean, they can make money. I mean, it's like you can always do something like that, right?
men are the ones primarily responsible for the low birth rates is laughable. We're laughing over here. But honestly, it's not really women.
That's true. Side hustle is good since household requires way less effort in modern day. Yeah, I also think people need to keep busy. I think it's good for your mental health to keep busy with something. Whether that's like a side hustle or a hobby or something like that. Like, it's good to keep busy in something that you're interested in. Otherwise, your mind is gonna like wander into the dark places.
Women or men's fault. There are a lot of factors that play into this. But Tommy, I really gotta ask, is it men or is it you?
This is going to be the summer of canceling boys. All of my friends are attractive. All of my friends are successful. All of my friends have something going on. Almost every single one of them,
just like Stacy's mom,
have an issue with men. But if all of these women, including myself, are having issues, then I have to think it might not be us. Every single one of them have an issue with men. But if all of these women, including myself, are having issues, then I have to think it might not be us. It might be you. It is not just the guys in Los Angeles, Nashville, Dallas, and they're not any better in the Midwest. Quite frankly, I think they're trash all over this country.
My friends are
you know, there's a website. This is true, by the way. There is a website, a dating website, only for men that work on farms. Did you guys know that? It's like you can find like men that are farmers. It's like farmers only. Is that what it's called? Farmersonly.com.
Successful. Men don't give a shit about that. They'd marry a Walmart cashier if she was nice to them.
I think men between the ages of 20 and 30 are not ready, in most cases, for marriage, are usually not ready to be husbands and fathers.
That's a cultural issue. So, look,
no, I would actually, back to your point, yeah. I think it's a biological.
I gotta watch this. This was on Michael Knowles. This is on Michael Knowles interview thing. I haven't seen like Michael Knowles' new stuff. I should check it out.
So let me get this straight. Men are all trash and won't commit and won't leave mommy's basement, and they're destroying the birth rates. But also young men are biologically incapable of commitment and being parents. What? But wait, there's more! She also believes women don't have to bring anything to the table.
And as a woman, I want a strong man who is a protector and a provider.
Oh no. Dude, oh no. Oh no, she's got the final boss in her fucking panel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
That will go to war if need be, that will protect me.
He's like ready. You can see it in his eyes. He's fucking ready to go.
Protect my family, make money. But I don't think a man needs to get something out of it to be a manly man, a protector and a provider. If you think you need to get something out of it, I quite frankly don't consider you a real man.
Never before in history have women demanded so much and offered so little. So before we get deeper into this retarded, manufactured, stay-at-home son narrative, let's check the Facebook comments of this Fox News video, because I am really interested to see what, like, the typical Fox News viewer thinks about this. If the women are anything like these two, I can hardly blame the men for staying home and not wanting to date them. Blame, blame, blame. These two women have a combined age of 93, and they have 0 children between both of them. You both have repugnant personality types, so listening to this was like male birth control to me. My goodness! Boomers are ruthless! Bunch of sissies. I served 6 years.
So thank you so much for the bits. There's a great video I have that analyzes the fight between Andrew Wilson and the panel. They absolutely destroyed Tommy, and so does Andrew. It's a great video. Yeah, link it. DM me on Twitch with the link. I'll take a look at it.
2 years in Southeast Asia after Vietnam was over. When I was 18, rent was $450 and I could afford to get my own place. She's so spot on. Nothing screams I'm a loser run from me than a guy living at home in his parents' house with his 12-year-old boy's bedroom decor at age of 30. Thank God we raised our sons to be men, who grew up, lived on their own.
Wait, what? Hey man, there ain't nothing wrong with freaking anime posters, alright? I don't hear that shit.
Found their soulmate, got married, bought a beautiful home, and started a family.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you there's nothing wrong with the anime posters, okay? Just when you have a kid, and if it's a girl, raise her on pretty cure, and she'll end up being like a good upstanding member of society. And if it's a boy, raise him on One Piece, and he's gonna be a good upstanding member of society. It's that easy. It's fucking that easy. You're a kid, like, yeah, you're not gonna watch, was it like Coco Melon or whatever the hell that is? Not watching that, not watching TV, not watching TikTok. Here's Pretty Cure. Watch all fucking, I'm gonna give you the whole thing. Like, I'm even gonna find it dubbed. 20 seasons of Pretty Cure, 1,000 episodes of One Piece. You just watch it as much as you want. Easy.
I was out the door at 18, worked on the assembly line at Dodge and in the Air Force at 19, never went back home. I can't relate to this. Yes,
Pretty Cure Hunter says, oh no, not the dub. You mean glitter force, shining bright this light so we can find our way.
We know you people can't relate. We know. But the world has changed. Why can't you people get this through your heads? I will never let my son stay home. I'm trying to push them out of the nest. Okay, I really gotta ask, is this an Anglo thing? Immediately kicking your kid out when they turn 18 years old? My Mediterranean mind cannot comprehend this. And honestly, why the
Wait, that's what I was talking about. Hold on, wait.
can't you people get this through your heads? I will never let my son stay home. I'm trying to push them out of the
Yeah, I'm confused. It actually is?
nest. Okay, I really gotta ask, is this an Anglo thing?
Is it? I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Can you guys answer? It is? It is? I see. Really? So like at 18, your parents are like, get the fuck out of here. Listen, son. It is your 18th birthday. Get the fuck out. Is that real? Oh, man. That's crazy.
Immediately kicking your kid out when they turn 18 years old? My Mediterranean mind cannot comprehend this. And honestly, why the f*** would a man leave home, leave his mother's cooking, for a woman who probably can't cook? Not me, though. Personally, I can cook amazing homemade meals. I'll have you.
Boomers fucking hate their kids? Dude, that's so weird. I guess it makes sense, though. If, like, their whole idea is that the kids actually, oh my God, it just clicked in my mind. It makes sense. If the entire culture is that the kids are stopping you from your freedom, then like you have a kid, and then it's like once they're like 18, you kick them out. You're like, I got my freedom back. That makes sense. Actually, shit.
You know I am a great trad wife.
Oh! What's wrong with the Dino Nuggies?
Bone apple teeth.
Now, unfortunately, Tommy Lauren wasn't the
What the fuck's wrong with Dino Nuggies? What the hell?
only one pushing this stupid lazy young men go get a job bullshit. Mike Johnson did it, referencing 29-year-old men.
Yeah, the nuclear family boomer era has a lot of, I had to make it on my own. I did it on my own. There's like no excuse for my sons that aren't trying to make it on their own at like 18 like I did. Man.
Playing video games all day. Steve Scalise did it with 35-year-old men playing video games all day. And just the other night, I saw Steve Scalise did it with 35-year-old men playing video games all day. And just the other night, I
actually agree with Shu on here. I actually think both the Democrats and the Republicans are wrong on this. I actually think it's a little bit of both, and like they're both hitting it from like the extreme on like both sides, when it's actually like kind of a hybrid of both issues.
Saw this on my TV again.
A Wall Street Journal headline got our attention. The new dream job for young men, stay-at-home son. It's a phrase that's taken off since 27-year-old Brendan Leo won $59,000 on Jeopardy. And he has a master's degree in political science, but he's unemployed. Grow up, get a job, get a wife, build a family.
Just get a wife, bro. Just get a job, bro.
Oh, get a job? Yeah. Just get a job? Why don't I strap on my job helmet and squeeze down into a job cannon and fire off into jobland, where jobs grow on jobbies?
The term welfare queen must have fell out of fashion.
You want to know the other huge buff of like living with your family, by the way? This is another one that like you don't think about. Gives you a lot more time because like you don't have to worry so much about like paying rent and stuff like that. Gives you more financial resources to even start your own business. And you want to know the other thing too? Is they send you to college and then you get fucking kneecapped. It's like even worse. It's like, you know that situation I told you about, like, you know, if you live with your parents and like at least like you don't have to pay rent, so you don't have to deal with that trap. there's another trap. If you go to college and like you got like a loan for college, like you're even more fucked. So like if you are both kicked out of the house and also you have a college loan, you're giga fucked. Like, I don't even know like what you would do there. You just fucking, I don't know. Holy fuck. That's so bad. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Just cry, I guess. I don't know. I really don't. Like, I didn't go to college, so I don't really know. Like, I don't really understand like the whole having to pay like starting the game in debt. Right? You turn the game on, and it's like you got passed through like the first part of the tutorial, like the controls tutorial, which is like that's when you're like a kid, like you're a little kid, like you're learning the controls still, right? And you get into like the game mechanics tutorial, which is before you buy a house. And then like you get in there, like, yeah, here's like you're in debt. It's like literally like Harvest Moon. You play like those Harvest Moon games, and like the whole premise is that like you're in debt in the first place. You have to pay off the fucking farm, right? It's like literally that. Kate says, went to college as the star child of my family. My mom was the only person in her family to get a degree, and I being the youngest was the last shot for her to get a winner child. So I went and I went and got a comp sci degree, $140K in debt, but thankfully it's a parent plus loan and goes away. Oh my God, bro. Wait, hold on. But it goes away when she dies and you're making minimum pay. Bro, but like, that's fucking morbid. Dude, that's morbid. What the fuck? So like the entire plan is like, I just gotta wait for her to die? That's fucked up. Not on your part. That's fucked up on society, bro. Like, what the fuck is that? That's crazy. Bro, what the hell? That's crazy. Did you like, here's like my question, right? So like there's a lot of people that go to college and they tell me like is like really fucking like, some people tell me it's like worth it, like, oh yeah, worth it, I went to college, right? But like, is it though? Like, because you have to pay like this amount of money, right? And they're like, yeah, but you know, now I'm a coder and I have coding skills. Yeah, but like I have like my mom and like another friend who have coding skills. They didn't graduate college and they're fucking making a lot of money. So like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, if you can teach it, if you can learn it yourself, or you can learn it online, then what the fuck? What are you doing? Right? Like, what the hell? I can get it if like you're gonna be a nurse or a doctor, because like, dude, that shit's like crazy, and like you might get someone killed. So it's like, you know, probably better go like to like a university for that, right? But like anything else, like, do you need that? Like, I don't get it. Like, why would you pay why would you pay $140? Like, why would you spend $140 when you have none, right? I don't want to mistake it, kid. I'm not criticizing you. I'm criticizing society. But like, why would you like make someone pay $140,000 like for a thing where like you could just learn it yourself? Better yet, you want to know what I would do? Here's what I would do. If I have a kid, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be like, son, daughter, what do you want to do when you grow up? Oh, like I want to like, you know, I wanna I don't know. I wanna make beer. I wanna like brew beer. Like that sounds kind of cool. I love beer. Or I like soda. I wanna like make my own sodas. Okay. I'm gonna save a college fund for you, right? And then they get to like 18, and I'm like, okay, here's the college fund. Here's like $30,000. Go start a business. Go fucking do it. But what? Yeah, go fucking start a business. But I don't know how to do it. Just fucking YouTube. What the fuck? Go do it. Go ask ChatGPT. Go like literally go ChatGPT. Just like literally, guys, literally. Hey Grok, I want to start a soda business. My mom gave me 30,000 USD as a starter. What steps do I need to start this? help me out. Give me the plan for the first year. You're fucking telling me you paid $140,000 for this shit? You telling me this was $140,000, chat? You went on 4 years. You went to a 4-year fucking college, and now you're in debt because you're in debt for this shit. And then now you don't, and then you know you're even worse off because now you don't have the $30,000. Now you don't have this. You're negative $100,000. Do you see what I mean? Like, you're negative this, you're negative, you're not even positive. Here you're positive. You're negative in the other case. Man. You don't recommend my approach either, Leaf? Why? Because your kid can fuck it up? Because your kid might fuck it up and like fuck up the business and waste $30,000? Is that why? I guarantee you the lesson that they learn from fucking up if I give them $30,000 to start a business and they absolutely bomb over the course of 4 years, I guarantee you they learned more of a lesson than they learned at college.
With Republicans, because it seems even they know the approved safe demographic to go after now, because it's very obvious what demographic.
Yeah, you know my first run of Uma Musume, you know I failed too, but you know when I didn't fail? My second run. I fucking killed it on my second run. I got that URA finale easy, as I knew exactly what I fucked up on. The second time I was like, yeah, I remember I fucked that up. I fucked that up. I should have done this instead here. I shouldn't have fucked that up. I knew everything because of all the mistakes I made in my first run.
They are talking about when they say young men in their basements playing video games. This just get a job lazy attitude is not surprising, but it's especially funny coming from Fox News of all places. Fox News that spends so much time yapping about immigrants taking American jobs. Fox News will talk for years about how Americans are being screwed out of the workforce. But when this issue manifests itself in Gen Z, suddenly it's a moral failure. The fact is, a lot of American jobs held by men are being lost to automation, offshoring, and yes, cheap foreign labor. Companies and billionaires would rather have cheap labor that they can essentially...
Yo, is she against illegal immigrants? That she really is like a Bernie supporter. Fuck. Hell yeah.
abuse, not pay fair wages to, just good little worker drones who won't unionize, rather than hire American workers for...
No, actually being against illegal immigration is actually very, like, if you're like kind of like socialist, if you're like a Bernie socialist, like you should be against illegal immigration because it fucks up it fucks up bargaining, basically. If you think about it, illegal immigration gives more power to the it gives more power to corporations, basically. So it removes like bargaining power from the workforce of a country.
Living wage. The cheaper the labor they hire, the more money they make. I remember when Bernie Sanders called open borders a Koch brothers conspiracy.
Open borders? That's a Koch brothers proposal, which says essentially there is no United States.
But it would make a lot of global poor richer, wouldn't it?
And it'd make everybody in America poor. Then you're doing away with the concept of a nation state.
Where'd that guy go?
Yeah, what the fuck? Bernie's a sellout bitch. Fucking true, man. True.
These jobs being taken are jobs traditionally held by men, like construction and factory jobs, manual labor work. But it's not just manual labor jobs, it's also the tech industry and business industry, which are careers also mainly held by men. There are many, many examples of this, such as Microsoft recently cutting thousands of American workers while requesting 14,000 more H-1B workers this year. Some of those job positions include...
So I was just thinking about things, but just the proof of what I'm saying earlier about the $30,000 thing, right? The $30,000, like you give them, like you give like your kid like money to start a business if that's what they want to do, and then they fail. It's not a loss of $30,000 because of all that experience. And how many of you guys have played a video game and then you play the second run and the second run was way easier because you fucking understood like all of the things that you fucked up on? It's like, that's the proof right there. It's the same thing. Like whatever game you play is the same thing as like life, basically. You learn the ins and outs, you learn like the mistakes. Like it's the same thing with me, like too, in business. Like I've made a ton of mistakes. I made a ton of mistakes in business where like I made a bad call on something and like I lost a lot of money. Like it's happened. Like I've lost and not only that, you learn to adapt because like you make a decision, you fuck up, and like you have the consequence of that decision, and you need to get around it. You need to like figure out like, oh shit, like how do I recover from this like mistake, right? And you only learn that through like actually trying it.
Data scientists, which are 70% men, software developers, which are 80% men, and electronic engineers, which are 90% men, and many more like that. Another example of this was Tesla, where roughly 15,000 American employees were fired.
Like the plushies? Yeah, the plushies. Yeah, I made a mistake. I made a mistake because I didn't double check, because I should have known that the other person like doesn't speak English very well, and I should have asked for photo confirmation. I didn't do that. And like I did it the second time, so now like I had to deal with them for like another order for something else, and I was like, can you give me a photo confirmation? Like now I know from now on I always have to ask for photo confirmation, right? Like you learn things from failure. You always learn from failure. Every time you fail, you're like, oh, like how, as long as you're okay, guys. There's one caveat to this. Okay, you will always learn from failure unless you're that guy that goes, oh, it was not my fault. Oh, my team, bro. My team sucks. Oh, it's not my fault. It's like, oh, bro, like my parents suck and my friends suck and society sucks. And if you're like that person, then you'll never learn anything because you'll never accept any responsibility. You'll never like take like, even if things are rigged in your favor, like you could say like that the economy is rigged or whatever, you can say that, right? But like, given that the economy is rigged, you're like, what can I do better to like make a more favorable outcome for me next time? Right? But if you put 100% of the blame on like, yo, the economy is like so rigged, there's like literally nothing I could do, then like you just create a fucked up situation for yourself. Like, you're never gonna learn from it because all you do is bitch about things all the time. You just bitch and complain, and you never like actually do anything.
In April 2024, and many were replaced with H-1B visa holders. On Twitter, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy tried to chalk this up to these immigrants just simply being the best and the brightest. Yeah, okay. You're paying them less for longer.
By the way, this is why I was telling like the TTRPG people to stop fucking like start taking personal responsibility for your fuck ups. Like, you gotta like analyze what happened and think about that, because I'm gonna do the same thing next time. In fact, I probably am literally just gonna do the same thing next time. And if you don't learn, then whatever, right?
Hours and more work, and they're willing to deal with it in order to stay in the country. It's coercive, exploitative, and, dare I say, not very America first.
Sorry, I don't mean like everybody. It's just like there's like, it's the same thing with like video games too. It's like when you have like a person on your team, and the thing is like I don't really blame people for this either, because it's like it feels bad. It definitely feels really bad to be like, it was like I fucked up something, like, right? It feels terrible. Like who wants to fuck things up, you know? Who wants to make a mistake? It sucks. Making mistakes sucks all the time. Like I've made plenty of mistakes, you know. I've done a lot of mistakes, and it sucks. But you just have to learn from it. Like I get mad every time I fuck up in a game. Like every time I fuck up and it's my fault that we lose. Oh my god, it sucks. I fucking hate it. Like every time, like I feel terrible. Yeah, I feel terrible.
When conservatives confronted Elon Musk for this last year, he told somebody, and I quote, "Take a big step back and f yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend." So when it comes to replacing American workers in manual labor with cheap foreign labor, it's deport, deport, deport. But when it comes to replacing his American workers with cheap foreign labor, it's f yourself in the face. Interesting. There's also affirmative action and DEI.
Wait.
To war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly...
Take a big step and fuck yourselves in the face. I will go to war on this issue. Yeah. Actually, she has a good point here. Man. She has a good point. She might have just made me anti-H1B. Good point.
comprehend. So when it comes to replacing American workers in manual labor with cheap foreign labor, it's deport, deport, deport. But when it comes to replacing his American workers with cheap foreign labor, it's f yourself in the face. Interesting. There's also affirmative action and DEI, which are other things Fox News always pisses and shits about. But suddenly, when the conversation...
I think, like, possibly the best way to... So my concern with the H-1B thing was that there might be certain jobs. So, like, for instance, like, if you had people that had high affinity for, like, a difficult... Like, how do I explain this? So, put it this way. Like, say there... You know what? I'm not going to go into it because that's going to be like a whole different topic and that's going to tangent for like 30 minutes. So like maybe in the time.
It's about Gen Z men, the demographic of people who are victims of these things. Suddenly these things just like don't exist anymore. Then it's, oh, young men are all just lazy. They just want to be in their parents' basement ordering DoorDash and playing video games. But it's not just the brown people taking your jobs. I am not beating the allegations with this one.
Wow.
The brown people are not taking your jobs, okay? It's not their fault. They're just cheaper. Aim upwards. But it's not just the brown people taking your jobs. It's the women, too. Many of the dying industries are male-dominated, while many of the growing industries are female-dominated, and stigma around these jobs being woman jobs usually stops men from working them. Women are overwhelmingly entering and excelling in college and the workforce, and they're more flexible about job position and pay, while young men usually hold out for higher-paying, higher-position jobs that will make them the breadwinner. Because you see, despite the world progressing...
I remember, like, guys, I remember like in school, there was like a guy that was like, I want to be a nurse. And like all of the dudes in the class were like, gay. Like, I remember that.
And the role of women changing.
It's not wrong, man. It's not. It's really not wrong.
The role of men has not changed. Every woman is a feminist until the dinner bill comes. But what's crazy is, women might be the ones paying that dinner bill soon. A study from the UK found women aged 22 to 29 earned about $1,000 more annually than men, completely reversing the traditional gender pay gap for this age group. In the US, a 2022 Pew Research Center analysis showed that women under 30 out-earned men in many metropolitan areas, with median earnings at or above 100% of men's in cities like New York and areas, with median earnings at or above 100% of men's in cities like New York and Washington, D.C. That might not sound like a lot of money now, but it's a growing trend that has never been seen before. It's so bad that it's really starting to affect—
But what about my wage gap? My wage gap.
The dating world.
I almost said age gap.
American women have never been this resigned to staying single.
My wage gap, though.
They are responding to major demographic shifts, including huge and growing gender gaps in economic and educational attainment, political affiliation, and beliefs about what family should look like. More women than men are attending college, buying houses, and focusing on their friendships and careers over dating and marriage. The challenges of finding a romantic partner have been made more complicated by a growing divide in education and career prospects between men and women. In 2024, 40% of American women ages 25 to 34 had a bachelor's degree, according to Pew, compared to 37% of men. A bachelor's degree increases net lifetime earnings by an estimated $1 million. Women are doing comparatively well when it comes to education in their early years in the labor force, and men are doing comparatively badly.
A bachelor's degree increases net lifetime earnings by an estimated $1 million. I wonder how much of that is... I wonder, okay, so there's like two factors I can think of here. Like, one, how much of that is like job requirements where the universities have created a system in which even basic jobs require a bachelor's degree. So like the job market availability, like even for jobs that don't require it, like jobs that are like, they don't require like a specialty expertise, but like they still put a bachelor's degree requirement on it as like a filter, right? And so that would like basically make the job market rougher for people that are trying to enter it that don't have a degree. However, that doesn't apply in business. That's what I was talking about, starting a business. That doesn't apply in business. And you have a lot of business people like Bill Gates and stuff. Like they didn't really like who's the one that didn't go to college? Was that like Steve Jobs? There's like a lot of like kind of multi-millionaire business like people that didn't really go to college.
when it comes to education in their early years in the labor force, and men are doing comparatively badly. Men's economic struggles seem to be having the biggest effect on women.
Wait, what?
Men's economic struggles seem to be having the biggest effect on women without a college degree, whose marriage rates by 45 have plummeted to 52% for those born between 1930 and 1980, according to research by Cornell University. Young men without a degree are struggling so much as a group that there simply aren't enough with steady jobs and earnings for non-college women to date. Men are poor, women most affected. Modern women are no longer tied to their gender role. Birth control has freed them from the prison that is their biology, and they are making their own money, sometimes more than men. They can have it all, they can do anything, they can be anything. While at the same time, men are still expected to be the provider. And more importantly, many men still want to be the provider, but they can't. And women, though strong and independent, still want men to be the provider.
And as a woman, I want a strong man who is a protector and a provider that will go to war if need be. That will.
I want this, and I want the cake, and I want the moon in the sky, and I want to eat it, and
protect me, protect my family.
I want to fly. I want to fly. I want a golden goose. I want an island.
Money.
Basically, men are like, we're worried we're not making enough money. And women are like, we're worried men are not making enough money.
This is what I mean. This is materialism versus duty. It's not about like what you can do for like your family or for other people. It's what you can do for yourselves. Like what you want for yourselves. I want. This is like literally like fucking, this is literally gluttony. This is like the sin of gluttony, basically, like right here.
Hello class, I am Miss On Head. I am substituting for your teacher today. She was arrested for molesting a 12-year-old boy. So today we are learning about the graph. This is the growth in productivity versus hourly compensation graph. And you can trace almost everything bad happening in society back to this graph. As you can see, productivity increased while compensation barely grew over the same time period.
Okay.
Notice they tracked very closely up until around 1972.
What happened?
Now, what happened around 1972, class? Well, the top marginal tax rate was reduced from 70% in 1964 to 50% by 1981. The federal minimum wage began to stagnate. Income going to the 1% rose from 9% in the 60s to 16% in 2023. CEOs also went from making 20 times more than the average worker to making 350 times more than the average worker. Anything else? Anything else happen around 1972? Yes, Jimmy, that is correct. Women joined the workforce around this time, but we don't have to get into that today.
That one caught me off guard, actually. That one did catch me off guard. I see. So there were other things too.
The fact is, hard work no longer guarantees.
Kind of big, honestly. Like, you mean like a almost 100% increase in the workforce? Damn.
Success. And the will to work is tied to the fruits of your labor. And young men are fed up today because 90% of that fruit is rotten. Now, is there some truth to modern young people being lazy?
You want to know, like, the other problem, too? This is another one, like, oh, man, dude, do I even want to say this? Yeah, you know what, fuck it, I do want to say it. Basically, there's, like, a difference in, like, not just the physical differences between men and women. There's also like mental differences. You can see this in a lot of like aptitudes and desires. Like basically like women tend to like certain things, men tend to like certain things. And that's not to say that there aren't anomalies. Like obviously like there's freaks like me. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. I really appreciate it. There's like freaks like me, and then there's men that like want to dress up as a Astolfo and get fucked in the ass. Like there's there's a spectrum, there's a broad spectrum in humanity, okay? But then there's like general differences, right? There's general differences, right? And one thing is that men tend to be far more aggressive and what's the word? Assertive. They're more like aggressive and assertive than women. So like that's like a huge buff when you're making businesses. Like being a risk taker and being aggressive, being assertive about like your actions is a huge buff when it comes to business. And like my staff like makes fun of me for this all the time. They're like, man, Leaflit's having like a woman moment right now. She can't make like a decision on something. And I do have that problem. Like I'm really bad at making like at being like confident about like decisions. Whereas like a lot of men typically have that trait a lot stronger, right? So like, so where am I going with this? Okay, guys. If you were to think about it, okay, so say like during that date, you had a sudden influx in the workforce, right? Now you have a lot of like women joining the workforce, right? Who don't have the same sort of tendencies as like men, right? So now let's assume that you have even among men, there is a certain percentage that are like able to have those traits at like such a level to like create a new thing, right? Because what is the economy but creating things that people want? That's like the economy in a nutshell. You create something, someone wants it, they pay you for it. That's the entire economy. That's literally like if I were to distill the economy in like the simplest terms, that's what it is. I made this figure of an anime girl and people want to buy it, so they pay me money for it, right? So I've created a thing that is desired by people, right? And having the mentality to like actually do that requires a lot of those things that I said. It requires like assertiveness, risk taking, decision, like hard decision making, aggressiveness, in like striking deals. Like it requires all of these things. Okay, so you have a certain amount of men that have like the aptitude to like, they have those traits in like a requisite amount, and they create businesses which then hire people, right? So like now that like this person made a business, they want to like sell these anime figures, right? Like, oh, well, I need some people to do like kind of tasks that require less of that. I need to hire people that require less decision-making skills, less of that aggressiveness, less of that assertiveness. But you know what? Like they would be great to help me with this thing where I can just tell them what to do, right? So you have them hire those people, right? Now you have an influx in like the people that are, you have an influx in excess people to like do that kind of job, right? Because, you know, there's still going to be a percentage of women that can make jobs, obviously. There's going to be like, you know, a percentage of women that have the requisite, the requisite skills, like the skill necessity, like to actually, like, listen guys, like you're not going to, like, unless you have like some freak fucking breeding, you're not gonna have Haruura win the freaking Armageddon. All right, guys, that's what I'm saying. Basically, like, can you do it? Yeah, but it's gonna take like a lot of setup, right, for that to happen. Now, what I'm talking about is when you influx the business environment with people who are low aptitude to like creating more businesses. Women, right? Because again, like what we talked about, the natural inclinations of aggressiveness, aggression, risk taking, all of those things, right? Which we can agree that like men do those more, right? If you have an influx of 100% of the workforce, but they do not have the same rates of like creating a business, can you see how that can cause a problem? Right? Because now there's like less people in the creating new structure and more people in the maintaining the structure. Does that make sense? That's how I see that personally. Like if I were to like analyze it, and that was a very hasty analysis of it. Like obviously, like I could think about this for like a month and then probably have a better analysis of it, like looking up like kind of data. But this is just what tracks with just like basic common sense, like my own observations of like reality and what's happening right now.
Sure, I guess every generation had lazy people. And we do basically live in late-stage mouse utopia, after all. Young people today are faced with two options: revolution or escapism. And a lot of them are choosing escapism. Many have basically given up, but it's not like they didn't try. They tried, and they found out the juice just isn't worth the squeeze, whether it's college, dating, or the job market. And in a way, many young men are kind of choosing revolution. The never-before-seen large shift rightward in young men is a small—
Lane says it's worse than that. You're not doubling the size of the economy just because you double the workforce. Yeah, that's my point. That was the point of what I was saying, by the way. That was the entire point about like the stats and the, yeah. It's basically like you didn't create enough like you didn't create enough structure. You just created people to maintain structure. So now you have like too many people maintaining structure. Does that make sense? Basically, guys, we need more pylons. That's literally what I'm saying. Is you need to build more pylons.
Revolution in a way. They're saying, this isn't working for me, this sucks, I hate this, I want something different. This is also manifesting on the Democrat side in general. The young men that are still voting left are voting further left. You saw this recently in New York City, where Zohran Mamdani, a self-proclaimed democratic socialist, won the—
Or like overlords. I guess you need more overlords.
Democratic primary. Young men are tired of the establishment, left and right. They're tired of the system and they want to burn it down and start again. They want something that works for them because this is not working for them.
Overlords.
If you wake up one morning and you find yourself in a society where 20—
Oh my God, I just realized too, it's even compounded even further. It's compounded even further by putting people like perpetually in debt so they can't even, like you even have people that have the stats to be overlords, but they can't even do it. Because now they went to college and they got absolutely fucked over. Now they're kneecapped. And then you have the companies, like you have like big companies like using the government to like make favorable rules for them. So they fuck up mom and pop shops to kneecap them even further. Man. Yeah, the environmental regulations from like the government, kneecapping people even further, giving bonuses to like the people that are already established. Because like, you know, because of nepotism, because of like crony capitalism, they lobby the politicians to like they lobby the politicians to give them special rules, and then the politicians give special rules to their friends. It fucks over all of the people that are like trying to start up. All of this, all together, all in like one big mass. They fucked everything basically. And like the women joining the workforce thing is just the beginning. Basically, that was like the influx moment where like it destabilized everything. Like they were already fucking shit up in the first place, but like that created like, I mean, guys, on a 100% increase in the workforce, of course that's gonna destabilize shit. If like you don't, you know, if you're already like fucking shit up, you're on the path to fuck shit up. That's just like hitting the iceberg, right? For the Titanic.
3-year-olds with 4-year—
Dude, I think I'm onto something, guys. By the way, I do not want to kill myself. I'm just letting you guys know that. I don't have any feelings of like wanting to do that. So I'm just letting you know.
college degrees and like initiative who aren't—
I think I'm onto something. I think this is like, I think I just solved it, guys. I think I've discovered the problem. Oh my God, they make it even worse too, right? With like, oh my God. And then they H-1B it, and then they have illegal immigrants. Oh my God. No wonder it's fucked. Holy crap. Just the amount of pressure on the economy has been crazy. But yeah, the little pieces coming together, right? Shut down.
Aren't smoking weed every day. If they can't make enough to buy a car, much less a home, much less get married, much less have children, then why should you be surprised when half of them say they prefer socialism?
Huh. Fox News should hire that guy.
Wait.
Half of the children can't make enough. And like initially where 20
is not working for them.
If you wake up one morning and you find yourself in a society where 23-year-olds with 4-year college degrees and like initiative who aren't smoking weed every day, if they can't make enough to buy a car, much less a home, much less get married, much less have children, then why should you be surprised when half of them say they prefer socialism?
Huh. Fox News should hire that guy.
Fair.
There is an entire generation of fighting-aged men who are enraged and feel like they have nothing to live for. You should probably start caring. When they saw this airing on Fox News, they saw an angry woman nagging in their faces about how everything wrong in the world is their fault. An all too familiar thing they have been hearing for far too long. But unfortunately for Democrats, nobody under the age of 60 watches Fox News, so this is not really going to have an effect on young men whatsoever. So keep that $20 million. you might still need it. Unless we get dragged into another war in the Middle East. If we do get dragged into another war in the Middle East, young men might come running back to the Democratic Party. Maybe not. Maybe not even a George Bush II electric boogaloo will have men coming back to the Democratic Party. Hopefully we don't find out. And as I'm editing this right now, a lot of young people, even the podcast bros, seem pretty upset about the Epstein thing, but we know Democrats won't take advantage of the situation in order to protect the Clintons, so maybe not even this will save them, but we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, actually, like, they're losing a lot of credibility right now because of the Epstein thing. I don't think that they understand like how bad it is, like the way that they're handling the Epstein thing. They don't understand like this could literally topple the entire movement.
Hold on one second. That's better. So that was that video. What do you think of the male loser epidemic? Do you agree with Tommy Lauren? Is it all men's fault? Leave your comments below. I read them all. I am probably reading them right now as you type them. Wait, don't write that. No. You can't say that. No, it doesn't matter if it's with an A. If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you can, donate to me on Patreon or leave a little tip with the little tip jar down below. I'll give it a little heart. It helps the channel, and I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys again soon with a new video, a new slop video, because I know you gremlins love that shit. Bye!
It's another good video. We kind of went like everywhere on that video. In terms of tangents, but I think we've solved the problem. We've solved the mystery of life. I think it was worth it. I think it was worth all of the tangents,